Exactly 70 years after the Jewish state of Israel was declared and recognized by the U.S., history is about to be made again in the Holy Land. Hours from now, the U.S. will open its embassy in the Israeli capital, Jerusalem, a city also claimed by Palestinians as their capital. The U.S. and most countries have long kept their embassies in Tel Aviv. President Trump's decision in December to move the American embassy to Jerusalem ignited months of protests in Palestinian territories, and more protests are expected Monday along the Israel-Gaza border. Seth Doane is in Jerusalem.
Revelers filled Jerusalem streets this afternoon, celebrating a decisive Israeli war victory of more than 50 years ago. This is an annual celebration, but many Israelis told us it means more this year on the eve of the U.S. Embassy move. What does it change for you?
It's a big recognition from the entire world.
This is a celebration. It is also a way to drive home just who controls the streets of Jerusalem.
Jerusalem is actually our capital, and nobody can say otherwise.
But Palestinians say the embassy move is a big mistake.
The Trump administration says this move may be disruptive, but it will ultimately bring peace.
I wonder how that is done.
Nabil Shat, a longtime peace negotiator, thinks President Trump set the peace process back.
It's not a question of moving an embassy. It's not a real estate problem. The problem has to do with the status of Jerusalem.
Palestinians also claim the city and say with the embassy move, the U.S. has unilaterally sided with Israel. Nabil Shat is lesser known for his role as a professor at Wharton when Donald Trump was a student.
If Mr. Trump was in your classroom today, what would you say to him?
Well, look, I did not teach him international law. I did not teach him diplomacy. I did not teach him politics. I taught him finance. I think he did well.
While the long-term question may be about the peace process, in the short term, the fear is violence. Protests have been mounting, and in the past in this region, they've sometimes spiraled out of control. Elaine?
Seth Doane, thank you. Monday night, Jeff Glor will anchor the CBS Evening News from Jerusalem. On Tuesday, he'll have an interview with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.